It's a gamble, every risk's a ride, but the ranch don't flinch, we ride side by side. Ride the risk, yeah, we tame that storm. Profit in the chaos is the rancher's form. High stakes, cold nerves in the pit, we persist. Legends never fold, we just ride the risk. Charts whip fast, volatility wild, but we hold our ground. Trading ranch style, candle by candle, momentum we chase. With precision and patience, we win this race. No sweat drips, no panic in sight. We cut through the noise, see the levels right. Others get wrecked by the fear they chase. We rope in the profit, steady hand, steady pace. Ride the risk, yeah, we tame that storm. Profit in the chaos is the rancher's form. High stakes, cold nerves in the pit, we persist. Legends never fold, we just ride the risk. Options on fire, spreads locked tight, futures gallop hard through the dead of night. Discipline still, patience in the reins, but when it's time to strike, we break the chains. The market's a beast, but we ride, not run. Every loss is a lesson, every win is a gun. Cowboys, cowgirls, we're bred for this fight. Trading ranch riders, forever ignite. No fear, no doubt. We ride the risk, we ride it out. Ride the risk, yeah, we tame that storm. Profit in the chaos is the rancher's form. High stakes, cold nerves in the pit, we persist. Legends never fold, we just ride the risk. Ride it, tame it, own it. That's the ranch way.
Tick-tock cowboy, I'm moving milliseconds.
All right, good morning. I think I moved my mic without muting it. Sorry if you were there for that.
Boots up, screens lit, pink flash on the dome. She don't need a hedge fund.
Okay.
Home, ice in her veins, limit orders on deck. Pull back, sniper, put respect on the check. Ranch hat tilted, fire in her stare. She trades while
I'm going to go straight to the chart. How are y'all doing this morning? Good morning, Boba and Villy. I'm still getting organized a little bit. Okay, so we are waking up to a market. It's a little bit, it's a little bit quiet, but a little bit depresso too. We were watching this key level yesterday. This was actually kind of crazy. This chart doesn't show it as well, but the levels that we were watching to buy and that we did end up buying in the Discord, 66.31 was my spot. I bought that. It wicked right up. And then later we had the 66.17 bought right up. And of course, the reason that those were important is because those are showing up on the hourly chart. These are important breakdown and hold levels that are also coming up on volume profile and some other places. So that's why I've been watching those levels. We're below those now. And so I think it's important to kind of notice that we're below yesterday's price action. You can see where the volume is. This is the ES hourly. So, we opened up higher and have lost that area. Looks like there was a retest. We're back below that now. There's still a lot of unresolved political tension. I guess that's the best way to put it. So I ran, it keeps saying no to our terms. Trump says the talks are happening. Everything's good, going to be productive. The 5-day pause is still in effect. But yet we're down below the price action. We're kind of right actually at Tuesday's low, which is kind of a whole thing, right? So the question today, I guess, is really if this support holds and we potentially reclaim the next levels higher, So right now the support is 65.73. We have 65.90 above to 65 or 6,900. That's kind of a range we have there. And then the key levels to reclaim if the bulls end up pulling that off. 66.18, 66.31 again, those same things. Nice. We got a 100 viewers on. Welcome, y'all. Okay, so the other thing is we have the UK and Pakistan mediating here, which is, is this high school? Is this world high school? But the market is still kind of waiting to see what's going on and having to listen to the other guys to see what's going on. Oh, so we did have data this morning. That's another thing that'll feed into today. My news bot did not post. I'm so angry. I'll get it fixed later. This is the new news bot. I know what happened. I just don't have time to fix it yet. So we had unemployment claims today. The print was 210,000, up from 205,000, but below the forecast of 211,000. So it's showing us basically that the labor market is still resilient. That's the words that Powell's always looking for with that. It's not necessarily a signal anyway. The macro is just kind of the same. Like, we're stable but cautious, right? Okay, so ES is below yesterday's structure, sitting at Tuesday's support. We kind of talked about that just a second ago before I remembered to tell y'all about unemployment claims. So that's kind of, there's no bullish continuation here, right? Like, we would now have to be reclaiming. We kind of right now are just kind of having this extended range. So it is kind of a delicate little fragile setup. I showed you kind of the bull path if we hit those levels again. And then of course, if we get into a squeeze, the thing is this, the reason I'm talking about the bullish plan in the first place is because we have kind of the setups for a short squeeze, given that we have moved lower. I haven't looked at the gamma yet, but it's probably going to be starting to support a short squeeze. Also down here, if that happens, the key levels are the ones that we were bouncing yesterday, 66.17, 66.31. But the full squeeze would really be a retracement of this potential taco candle. Maybe it's a little street taco because we are not holding it that well, falling apart a little bit. But those would be the key levels. So we have that kind of main body up there around 66.90, and then all the way up there 66.40 something. We have the wick high. What's up, Corey? Welcome. All right. So that's the bullish path, but technically when we're holding below, or we're sitting here below yesterday's price action, testing Tuesdays, especially if we get below that area, we have, what do we have? We have Friday's settlement down here. Oh, I didn't pull that out. That's going to be in here somewhere. This isn't exact, but Friday's settlement is going to be around 50 or 65, 62, 63, around there. So that's kind of another spot to watch. It's going to, start hopefully kind of slowing down around here, but we still have that magnet level down there at 65.50. So that's kind of the next spot down. And then we have this other consolidation area down there. I marked this gap, or what is this? It's basically my gap box from the weekly open. So we have this other level down here, 65.10. I would say 65.10 up to this kind of 66.23 is kind of another little zone that we could potentially watch here. I don't think this would clean tradely into those levels. I think it would get kind of messy when we get down there. I'm trying to make it purple so it stands out a little bit. But I'm kind of looking at a potential support zone down there. And then of course we have that obvious low. I labeled it the taco low down there at 64.83. That's pretty bearish to make that whole retracement. So if we do that, that would probably happen if there's more news about Iran having another denial or crude oil spiking. Well, that would cause crude oil spiking too, but any sort of like tone shift from this is all good, the 5-day hold is what we need to do, we're getting business done Trump style, to oh shit, that would be, we're definitely testing those lows. Get below there, that would be pretty ugly. I'm just looking to see if I had anything else that I forgot. The other thing that I would normally kind of tell y'all about is the upcoming news, but we've gotten through the biggest news of the week. I'll pull this back over. We can have the revised consumer sentiment tomorrow, but there's nothing too crazy exciting for today. And then there's a lot of red folder coming next week. So things might kind of shift into that typical end of week deal where it's either really choppy or really trendy. So we'll see if the market gives us a trend. It would be nice. We do technically have a bearish divergence right now too. Let's see, can I show that to you? Where was that? Okay, so we're at a swing. Let me do it over here like this. We're testing this low from Tuesday, and it's a double bottom on the price action. I'll expand this out this way. We can see this real clearly. This is a double bottom. The MACD is not making a double bottom, and this is on the ES chart. So I want to kind of point that out. The ETF is looking a little more clean, and when the ETF is clean, I don't put as much stock in this. Where's my SPY? So, but we're potentially going to be opening up all the way down here so we can see what this looks like, but we're probably going to get something similar happening over there on the SPY once that opens. So that's kind of on my watch too. That would be setting up more of that bearish plan where we keep testing. We've already tested this low here to keep testing down to the 50 to 60 area there and potentially lower. I don't know how many, the likes thing never works. Like it doesn't update on me, but y'all should like the stream. I'm on the backside where the numbers are never right right now. Like the stream. YouTube likes it when we like the stream. Plus that helps me know that y'all like this little moment that I can come on and update my thoughts. Usually I'm over here typing this out by myself, and it's nice to be able to you know, chat with y'all and have a little feedback back and show it. Sometimes it's easier to show this stuff than it is to try to type it all out. I do mark the yellow boxes and I do mark gaps with yellow boxes. I mean, you might have to rewind a little bit because I was talking about how these are zones and things. But when I mark gaps, I have a box that's already preset to have the midline on it because the midline is important. I had this 65.50 level already drawn on there from last week in previous price action. So when that, the midpoint of that gap lined up, that's pretty important. But I have lots of videos on drawing supply and support and resistance and supply and demand zones. And I know some people think it's boring, but then we get stuff like this where I already had the levels. We were sitting there and everyone's like, oh, short that thing, short that thing. We were already in the middle of the range. I just waited to buy it down here. And that was like instant profit. So it's not for, I'm not like any trading strategy. It's not for everybody, but knowing where the market is likely to turn around sure makes things a lot easier. And just zooming out and looking at the hourly charts, a lot of times you can see that stuff pretty clearly. And it doesn't take that long. It used to probably take me 30-40 minutes, honestly, to mark up a chart. But these days it's a lot faster. It's like anything else. You get a little better and faster at it. Yeah, so TradingView has a feature where you can automatically add midpoints. So that's what I have on the yellow boxes, since that's what I have, since that's what I use for gaps. I've been wanting to do a gap video for a while. That would definitely be included while I watch the midpoint. Good morning, Mandy. You're here just as we're ending, but I'm glad to see ya. All right. So we do have some things going on in the Discord. This evening, we're going to be live chatting about the games tonight. I guess it's basketball or something, right? I don't know. We're watching something. So we'll be in the stream chatting about that, or in the Discord chatting about that. Speaking of the Discord, excuse me. That's where I'm headed right now. Well, actually, I have to go get a kid out the door, and then I'll be over there to trade the market. We've just been doing some chill voice calls right now. I am gonna have to increase my streaming schedule soon, but not right now. So we're gonna be over there. I hope to see y'all over there. And that's what we'll be watching. You know, I'm probably gonna be watching this chart. I will tell y'all, the tick index has really been helping me with these trades too. Like yesterday when it was kind of looking like it would break out, the tick was all extended up here. So this is actually, I know everyone's like getting really frustrated. I think the market's actually playing by the rules really nicely. We've got the internals working out. We've got the levels working out. It's just whenever we're in these really wide volatile ranges and you're trying to scalp on a small intraday chart, it gets kind of confusing. Alrighty, so I will be, I'm going to hop over. Oh, I thought I'd posted the link and it's sitting here. I'm going to go hop over to Discord so we can live trade there. Thanks for joining me for the pre-market prep. And I will see y'all over there real soon.
I don't flinch, I don't bite. Let the rain show me left or right. Liberty sweep, there it is. Trap the week, that's the biz. When it come back to my zone, I step and calm like I own the throne. No FOMO, no tip, just execution. Bill, not guilt. They overtrade, I let it be. One clean entry sets me free. Bell rings at 9:30. Saddle up, this tape talks. If you shut up, no revenge, no overplay. Just take the money and walk away. Bell rings at 9:30. Levels hold, green 𝗞 never gets old. Win or lose, I trade like a pro. Trade and rain, that's how we roll. Horses outside, screens inside. Calm mind on a wild ride. They scream, they stress, they force a trade. I wait, then I get paid. Confident after the win, target hit, stop the beat. House money, stress free. If it runs, I trail it clean. If it stops, still green. No drama, no brag. Just another day in the bag. I don't need a hero trade. Consistency's how champions are made. Final ring at 9:30. Job done. New York gold. Another one. One good trade, then shut it down. That's our legend. Protect the crown. Bell rang at 9:30. Tables true. Market pay what it was due. Calm, collected, patient stance. Winner's mindset. Trading rant, trading rant, trading rant. Trade done. Screens off. Go touch grass. We'll do it again tomorrow.